Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, finally Russia almost officially makes a statement that United States is directly involved in the conflict. That should have been acknowledged and repeated since the 2014 and before that. Now, if not from 2014, at least from February 24th, it was obvious that the United States was directly involved in the conflict, and I will explain why. But first, let's read this article where Russia comes out and says it. I think something that we're supposed to say it for a long time. They said it, but not wholeheartedly. This article comes from Sputnik, obviously Russian news outlet. It is from today, the 5th of October 2022. Pentagon remarks on possible strikes on Crimea confirm U.S. involvement in conflict. Kremlin said the recent remarks from the Pentagon on possible strikes on multiple launch rocket systems on Crimea confirm the involvement of the United States in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said on Wednesday, which is today. U.S. Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Russia, Ukraine and Eurasia Affairs, Laura Cooper, said on Tuesday that Ukraine is able to strike most Russian targets, including in Crimea, using existing U.S.-provided arms-like guided multiple launch rocket systems, GMLRS, used with high-mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS. Such statements, and I'm quoting, both directly and indirectly confirm the direct involvement of the United States in this conflict, which creates an extremely dangerous situation, Peskov told reporters. We heard, at least I read this before, with a very dangerous conflict. You are, this proves. It's always this. Comes out to this. The bottom line is, what are you willing and able to do about it? Anything? Yes, then do it. Nothing? Then shut up. Just waste your time, and you actually not only waste your time, you show your impotence. Because it's like, if you come and, trespass on my property, I'm going to hunt you down. All right. And then you say, well, that proves that Tommy trespassed on my property, and that's very dangerous. What does that mean? That he didn't give a fuck about your warnings. He's on your property as we speak, and you don't do anything anyway. So then if you repeat the same statement, right, means that you are just a dog barking but not biting. So you better shut up and better nobody to know about your impotence of action. I would do that, at least, instead of barking it to the rest of the world and looking like a dumbass. Okay? Now let's look at this. The issue. United States was involved in the conflict, in the direct conflict, at least since February 24th. At least. And why am I saying this? Let's be normal. Normal meaning using logic, evidence, okay? Not, feelings, gut feelings, and likes and dislikes, all right? United States provides my enemy with deadly weapons to kill me in my attempts to settle a score with my enemy. What would that person become? What should I consider? Friend? No. Neutral? No. Neutral will be this. And it's not the case. So that means you're part of it from the very beginning. That's the first thing. The second one. So you provide weapons to kill me. Obviously, you're supporting someone in the conflict. So you're no more a neutral party. You're actively helping someone. You're part of it. How can I do it? I have to destroy you in order to destroy this guy, because you're going to provide him with weapons and supply of arms and all that, and he can beat me. So if he beats me because of your supply, what does it mean? So it's using this kind of little normality here. We, from the get-go, can define United States as an active participant in hostilities. Okay, let's say, oh, it's not enough, Emil, we want more. I have more. Next one. The United States, they were the ones confirming statements that they provided Ukraine with logistical, with information, intelligence, where are the strikes, where are the enemy's location. What is that? It's like, let's say you have Tommy and Michael and they're shooting at one another or they're in a war, and you show up and tell Tommy, you see, there's a target over there, coordinates, longitude, latitude, and depth, and whatever you want to provide is right there, okay? And then boom, okay, good job. You're going, hey, Tommy, you see there's another group over there. You give them the coordinates and all that. What makes you then? Isn't that an active participant? If I provide you with an information, exact information, logistical, where, but I don't provide the other ones. I provide only you. So I'm on your side, correct? I'm participating in providing something that otherwise that party would not have. That means I'm adding something. If I add, I participate, correct? All right. You don't believe that one? Okay, if that's not enough, let's move on. They plan certain activities, military operations, the so-called collective West. You know that, right? If you don't, well, I don't know what to tell you about that one. You have to do 1 or 2 clicks and you are right there. You can find it on your own. So they are active not only in deciding, they came and said that they pick for the HIMARS. They provided weapons, active participation. And also it seems like, I would say what retired Colonel, U.S. Army Colonel Douglas McGregor said, they are contractors, not Ukrainians, who operate the HIMARS. And the U.S. decides what targets and tell the whomever operates what targets can be hit and what targets are not. If you have this much power, you are a participant right there. Now I don't have to come with obvious participation, which is sanctions against Russia. Then I can go with military and financial aid, money and all that to the party I'm fighting. So what would that consider you? You are on that side. You actively help, support. It's not like, hey, go, Jimmy, go. It's not that. You provide him with Gatorade, provide him with, inject some steroids in him so he can get stronger. You train him, you use the towel when he's in the corner, between the rounds. So you are active participant. The only thing that I think United States hasn't done yet is to engage in direct combat. That's the last thing. And that's not, you can do a lot of things without doing that and be an active participant. So the fact that the Russians are saying it again and again and again without doing anything, you might think, okay, Emil, what can they do? Or what should they do? First, they should stop talking if they don't have a plan. All right, that's my advice. They could contact, as they do, the Ukraine. There are Americans behind the scenes, which they communicate, obviously. And why do I say obviously? Because this is a controlled war, and the Russians are still naive in my assessment. Very naive. They don't understand that those guys are there to destroy them. They don't take it that way. Oh, sometimes, maybe in the future we're going to be friends again. Well, let's put it this way. We'll never be friends until you come to me and say, okay, I'll be friends and I show you. Until then, you're going to be enemy forever. That's how they should be there, because they considered you enemy until you are gone. They're not here to do half measures. Isn't that clear enough that if they did the Ukraine thing, and if you want to add, and I'm not sure, this is a hypothetical, the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2, how far can they go? They put Germany with the back against the wall. No, so that's what they did. if they did that. And I mean, I'm inclined to say that, or they are the primary suspect by far, I'm talking about the United States, regarding Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 attacks, by far. And there's no evidence yet. And there will be evidence later, or there's going to be a conspiracy theory, like in other incidents, Kennedy and all that. What do you think we don't find about Kennedy? We find that, Oswald did it. Have you ever been involved in shooting? Yeah, if you were, then you kind of know that's kind of. Have you looked at ballistics? Have you looked at physics? If I punch you, how do you go? You go back, right? If I punch you, you don't come forward, all right? So that's another thing. It's just, So why do you think we no more, nobody comes and say anything? Because the fingers will be pointed to the people who should not be pointed at. That's why you have the United States being part of the investigation of Nord Stream. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.